Now, it's more than 2 years now since Rwanda closed her borders with Uganda at Katuna and Chenika border points, paralyzing trade and movement of people between the two countries, whereas an agreement to end hostilities between Rwanda and Uganda was signed by Presidents Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and Paul Kagame, respectively, to settle the disputes. The realization of the agreement is yet to be achieved. Ivan Kawa reports the progress of resolving the dispute.
Uganda's head of state, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, recently delivered a special message to his Rwandan counterpart, Paul Kagame, through Ambassador Adonia Ayebare, Uganda's permanent representative to the United Nations. Arthur Bainomjisha, a conflict resolution specialist, is optimistic that the almost 3-year conflict between Rwanda and Uganda will be resolved.
So that conflict has had very negative impact on the livelihoods of our people. So reaching out in a way to resolve it through peaceful means is is a welcome move.
That's why I have actually argued that until a point when these two understand that they need to work together and that they are not more important than the peoples of the region, or they are no longer the presidents in each of their two countries, it is unlikely that you can have long-term confidences built between the two countries.
Rwanda's decision to close borders with Uganda has affected the progress of the East African Community political consensus and laid ground for insecurities.
So if Uganda and Rwanda were at peace, and the whole region, the East African community was working together, they would be able to flush out the negative forces in Congo.
In 2019, Presidents Museveni and Kagame signed an agreement to end the bickering and normalize ties between Uganda and Rwanda, but the efforts did not resolve much.
I haven't seen enough confidence-building measures that are aimed at restoring the trust between President Museveni and President Kagame, because that's where that's the root of the problem.
President Museveni delivered the special message. At the time, the Democratic Republic of Congo showed interest to join the East African community, which both Uganda and Rwanda are member states. It was also the same period the UPDF, together with the FADC forces in the Democratic Republic of Congo, launched attacks to eject allied democratic forces from the thickets of DR Congo.
And there is a history of crashes in the Congo, Tsangano 1, Tsangano 2, Tsangano 3. I think it is not. It is messy. It's not a good memory, and the leaders are still the same leaders, and I think they would want to avoid a repeat of Tsangano 1, Tsangano 2.
In pushing for the EAC regional integration agenda at the forefront, Uganda's president has emulated consistency to the need.
I think I would give credit to President Museveni because I think he has been a consistent advocate of regional integration. And that is in spite of his problems here.
The conflict has pushed these countries to a level where it is not winnable, it is hurting, and then I think this time, and in terms of conflict resolution, in terms of peacemaking, for me, when do you intervene? I think the time is now when you can intervene between two warring parties. You intervene at the point of stalemate, or what we call the time of ripeness.
To settle the dispute between Rwanda and Uganda, there needs to be political will, honesty, trust, commitment, discipline, and putting countries before self. Ivan Kahwa and Miriam Womjisha, UBC News.